Hey, all y'all amazing folks on YouTube. Crafty Jenny back again. And today I am so excited, so excited. I am going to be making something for me, a personal gift to myself. I am in love with the anime One Piece. I have watched it for years. It is kind of like my guilty pleasure, I guess you would say. And it's very hard to find a lot of One Piece items for sale in the US because it is a Japanese television anime. So, and manga. And it's hard in the US to find a whole lot of anime things for sale unless you purchase online. And I've never been the kind of person to buy things online. So I want to make my own mini charms to make a charm bracelet of One Piece items. And I'm going to do something to represent each of the main Straw Hat Pirates, main characters on the show. And I went ahead and made the main character's charm, Luffy. This is a straw hat. Just to kind of give you an idea of what they are going to end up like. Oop, and the size. This is not baked yet. It's made out of polymer clay. And I went ahead and put an eye pin in it to attach it to the bracelet. I'm going to put that aside. And I'm going to bake them all at the same time when I get them all done. And next, what I'm going to go with is I'm going to do Nami. She had a rough childhood, to say the least. And her mother, well, adoptive mother, I guess you would say, owned a tangerine farm. So I thought it would be fitting to make a tangerine. Sorry about that, I'm dropping everything. A tangerine to represent Nami. I'm trying to find my orange clay. And then I need green also for the leaf and brown for the stem. Okay. I should have had all this out to begin with, and I got so excited. I forgot to get all the clay out that I needed. Sorry. So I am just going to make a small little tangerine with a little stem and a little leaf attached. So we'll take some orange clay. And tangerines are a little kind of flatter, I guess you would say, than normal oranges. So I'm going kind of like for this shape. And then I have to work on the top a little bit. Take the ball stylus tool. Make a little hole for the stem and leaf to come out. And then like a little creases. Kind of like that. On the top. And I will smooth whatever needs to be smoothed out when I put it in the, well, before I put it in the oven. Let's make a small little stem. You want it a little bit bigger on one side than the other. Take the dull end of the X-Acto knife and cut it to the size that you want. And round it back out. There we go. There's our little stem. And next we need to make our little leaf. Take a little bit of green. And you want kind of like almost like a teardrop shape for the leaf. I don't know why I'm having trouble with the lighting today. Maybe that'll help a little. Yeah, that's a little better. Kind of like this. That may be a little bit too big. Yeah. Let me take a little bit of that back off. I'm not going for perfection here. I just want something cute to wear around, or, you know, show my love of One Piece. I'm not sure there's too many people around here where I live that really like it or not, but I really do enjoy it. And it's really the only anime that I've ever really gotten into and liked. But I really enjoy it. It's just... Akira Oda, the author of the manga One Piece, he has a way of storytelling that's just unlike any other. It's just amazing. The way he builds up the characters and, you know, even gives the smaller characters time to shine, and it's amazing. Like I said, if you haven't watched it, give it a try. You may not like it, it may not be your cup of tea, but you may fall in love with it like I did. But I would really suggest going from the beginning, because if you try to go in where it is now, you wouldn't. You would get lost, and it would be hard to understand. So, and it can be a little bit overwhelming to try and get into the series now, because I believe it's almost at 1,000 episodes now, the anime. And it can be a little overwhelming at first to try to consider taking that on, but it really is worth it. It really is. So what I want to do is take my eye pen, and I need to cut it down to size. Just gonna eyeball it. It's not gotta be perfect. There we go. And I'm just gonna put it right in here. And now, Nami's charm is done. Oop, sorry. I drop everything all the time. Good thing polymer clay is very forgiving. Okay, next I'm going to go with Robin. For Robin, I'm going to be making a book, because she is like the scholarly one. She's the archaeologist. She's all the time getting books. So what I'm going to do is make a little book with the outside cover being like a marbly looking, black and white marble looking cover, kind of like that. What I want to do is run it out and then cut out our shape. Hang on, I'm going to try one of these new wood carving tools that I got and see if they're... Ooh, they do work pretty good. I'm impressed. And these came from the Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree. So it's a pack of 4 wood carving tools for $1. And that one so far works really good. I'm really happy with that one. And then what I want to do is take some white for the middle, for the book, for the, oh Lord, the middle of the book, the sheets of the book. And make sure it's even on both sides when you fold it over. You might have to stretch it a little to get it to go. That's okay. You can always straighten it out. And just use your fingers and get it back to the shape that you want. There we go. Little book. And what I'm going to do is add some little, like, page lines. And then once I bake it and it hardens and cools off, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a little bit of, I'm not sure what color paint yet. I haven't figured that one out yet. But some kind of paint, and write Hana Hana, the name of her devil fruit, on the front of the book. Next will be Chopper, the cutest little reindeer ever. And what I'm going to do is do like one side of its horns. I don't want to do the whole, the whole thing. That would be just too much for a small little charm bracelet. So I'm going to take some brown. And then kind of shape it up like this for the horns. And one of these I will split in half, so there'll be two on one side and one on the other. And then pinch towards the bottom to get the bottom of the horn where it attaches to his head. Like that. And then there we go. And just kind of smooth these out and round them out. You have to be very careful. Well, I'm going to have to be very careful too when I put this in the oven, because it's barely hanging on to anything right here. I'll just do a little bit more smoothing out before putting it in the oven and attach the eye pin. There's Chopper's cute little horn. Okay, and next, let me see here. I am probably going to be doing, well, let's go ahead and get Franky over with, since I have some red and yellow here. With Franky, I am going to make a piece of, he's a cyborg, part human, part robot. And there is a part on one of, well, both of his arms technically. It's kind of like a round ball shape, and it has BF 37, Battle Franky 37 wrote on it. So I'm going to make that. And it's a red ball with a yellow stripe all the way around. And on the yellow stripe, in black, it says BF 37 with a black star next to it. So I'm going to do the red ball with a yellow stripe. And then when it is completely baked and cooled off, I'm going to draw the star and the Battle Franky 37 on it. So what I'm trying to do here is flatten out some yellow in a stripe to fit around the red ball. And of course, like I've been saying, it doesn't have to be perfect. As long as you know what it is and you're happy with it, that's all that matters. And I'm gonna be extremely happy with this. I definitely know what it is. So there we go. There is Franky's. Next, I'm going to be doing Sanji's, the chef. He's a really good fighter, too. Really good. I'm going to be making his trademark cigarette. And I know that can be controversial, but... yeah, I'm not going there. So all I'm going to do is just roll out a cigarette shape, just a round shape. Cut out how big I want it. Now I need to cut out the filter. Where did my little bit of brown go? There it is. Just gonna make a teeny tiny little filter for the back of the cigarette. And then I'm going to put a little bit of red on the front of it to mimic fire, like it's lit. And I will probably have to use liquid Sculpey to keep these pieces together. I may not have to, but I have a feeling I will. Just want to make sure that I have it shaped out halfway decently here. Okay, now for the fire, I'm just going to take a little bit of red. This actually a little bit too much. And then I want to kind of rough it up a little bit. Kind of like that. And then attach it to the front. Ooh. So yeah, that's a little bit too big. I'll have to redo it. It's no big deal though. I'll probably do, if I could stop dropping everything. There we go. Put it on here. It's a better idea. Then rough it up. I'll just use this again. Well, let's see how this works. This is a piece of the eye pin that I cut off for one of those, the bottom part. So let's see how it works for texturing. Looks pretty good. There we go. There's our little cigarette. I may smooth that out a little bit more before I bake it. But it's really cute for it being a cigarette, of course. Okay, next I want to do Usopp. Yep, that's it. It took me a minute to remember which one. I'm going to do his signature slingshot. And it is I might not pronounce this correctly. I think it's called the Black Kabuto. So I'm definitely going to be using the black clay for this. And I need to make the handle first. And of course this is going to be very, very small. It's not going to be anywhere near a normal slingshot size. Here we go. And then I need to make the top. And by that, I'm just going to take a little bit of this that I'd already rolled out and kind of make like a U shape. And then connect the two pieces. And then on the inside of the U shape, there are these little bitty little kind of barbs that come out in the middle. Well, hang on, let me use my I am having trouble holding on to things today. Okay, kind of like that. There will be 1, 2, 3. Well, I believe there was 5 in total, but I may just put 3 on here since it is a miniature version. And it doesn't have to be exactly accurate. So I'm going to get the other 2 put on and I'll let you see it in a minute. Here it is, all done. It's the cutest little slingshot. Oop. And what I'm going to do, I've already got the eye pins and all these back here. And I will get the eye pins into the new ones that I'm making right now before I bake them. You always want to put at least a hole for the eye pin in before you bake. That way you don't have to worry about digging into hard clay to try to make room for it after. Okay, next will be Brook. And this one is gonna be a little bit difficult. I am gonna have to try to make a miniature whale, baby whale. So, bear with me. What I have to do is take some blue and shape it into a whale shape. So just kind of go at a kind of chubby on both ends, snake-ish type thing. Would be my best guess at how to explain it. And flatten out the back. We need to make that whale tail shape. Hoping that light helps. Cut a little triangle. There we go. That was cute. And then try to round out the head just a little. And there's our little miniature baby whale. It actually wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. And once I bake it and bring it Ugh. I cannot talk at all, ever. Ugh. Once I bake it, cool it down, then I will take some paint or marker or something and draw on his cute little eyes and little mouth. I'm so super happy with how that came out. I think that was my least. I was so scared to do that one, but it actually wasn't bad at all. I'm shocked. Next, I need to do Zoro, and I have to do his sword, which probably will be a little bit tricky. But I'm just gonna do one of his swords in the sheath. I'm not gonna worry about having them, shape the blade and all that. I'm just gonna make it simple. Kind of like the rest of them. I want this to be a simplistic version of something that reminds me of the character and the show. And of course, any kind of sword is going to remind you of Zoro because he is the swordsman. And he always has 3 swords with him. Well, almost all the time has 3 swords with him. There we go. This is going to be our base shape. Now I need some red. One of his swords, I can't remember which one. I don't want to say I'm like an idiot. One of his swords has red and white on it, so that's the one I'm gonna just model this one after. I'm not really gonna say that it is that one because it's not gonna be exactly like it, but I'm gonna try to make it look kind of like it. It's got a red band on top and a small red band on the bottom, and then what looks to be some little white flowers, oh my goodness, in between. And then what I'm going to do is kind of make a little indent where the top of the sword and the sheath connect. Just barely. Now I need my white. Oops, here's some. And this is going to be very small little pieces. I'm only going to be putting 2 of the little flowers. Because there's really not going to be room for any more than that. There's the little middle. That's too big. There we go. Just then put the little petals around it. And once I've done with all those, I'll show you what it looks like. Now that I have his little mini sword done, it's time to move on to the next one. I think I'm a little bit flustered today because I had a huge shock this morning. I get on to upload a video today to this channel, and I see that NerdyCrafter saw my Twitter account and saw where I tweeted out to link my video that I made for her, and she shared my tweet, and I was just, oh, it meant the world to me, and it kind of threw me for a little loop this morning. I was like, oh my goodness, my favorite YouTuber of all time. You know, just, yeah, a little bit of shock moment there, but I'm getting back to normal from it, and I'll be fine. She is amazing. She's wonderful. If you haven't seen anything, any of her videos, go check her out. She's just awesome. She's incredible. It's amazing. Okay, and then I have one more to do, which will be Jinbei, the very newest Straw Hat crew member. He's the very newest one, and I love him. And here's hoping for Carrot to be the next Straw Hat. I know people are against that. Some people are for it. I'm definitely all for it. I love Carrot. She's amazing. And if she does become a crew member, I will be making her a spot on the bracelet just like everyone else. Except for Jinbei, I'm going to be doing his trademark Sun Pirate tattoo on his chest. And it's not going to be exactly like his tattoo on his chest, because there is actually like a empty space in between the middle and the outside rays. You can't really do that with clay. I can't have it empty. So I am just going to be putting little, just like little shapes and stuff all around this little red circle, kind of like that. I'm just going to be doing it all the way around, and that'll be our Jinbei charm. And here is Jinbei's son. I'm so happy with all of them, how they all came out. I'm going to get eye pins and the new ones and get them all baked, and when they're done and cooled off, I'll show them to you. And here it is, all done. I'm actually very, very proud of this, and I'm in love with it so much. I did the BF-37 Battle Franky, and I put Hana Hana on the front and Nomi on the side for Robin. And I put a little smiley face and eyes on the whale for Brook. I'm just so happy with how they all came out. They all look so amazing. I can't wait to get an actual real bracelet to put it on though. But if y'all like this, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, click all those notifications, leave me a comment in the section below of what you want to see me do next time. And another big, humongous thank you to NerdyCrafter. I love all of y'all amazing folks, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye.